Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We're going to talk Cavs, Browns, Indians, week 1 of the NFL. But before we get to any of that, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. The Browns had a well-documented tumultuous history with head coaches. However, this man, a rookie in the craft, seemed to cement himself as a potential long-term answer for the job. Who was the Browns head coach in 2020 who went on to win Coach of the Year honors? I will have the answer later in the podcast. Moving now to the Cavs. The Cavaliers, you may have heard this last Sunday and Monday before I get to it. The Cavaliers have agreed to a deal that sends fan favorite Larry Nance Jr. to the Portland Trail Blazers as a part of a three-team sign and trade for Chicago Bulls restricted free agent Lauri Markkanen. Sources tell Cleveland.com. Markkanen, 24, will receive a 4-year, $674 million deal from the Cavaliers as part of the sign and trade deal. Sources say the final year has only $6 million in guaranteed money. Going to Chicago is former slam dunk champion Derrick Jones Jr., along with a 2022 lottery protected first-round pick from Portland and a top 46 2023 second-round pick that Cleveland owned from Denver. Once considered a Bulls cornerstone, joining the franchise as a part of draft night, Jimmy Butler trade in 2017, Markkanen has averaged 15.6 points and 7.1 rebounds and in 2021 games and 195 starts. This past season, the former top 10 pick shot 40.2% from the three-point range. The kind of pre-meter shooting the Cavs lack. The deal gives the 7-foot Markkanen, the fresh start he wanted, joining the reshaped Cleveland lineup with a promoting young core that features Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Members of the organization believe Markkanen's size, shooting, and spacing make him a better fit, allowing coach J.B. Bickerstaff to mix and match supersized lineups. Following the July 29th NBA draft, in which the Cavs selected Mobley at number 3, the Cavs had various trade discussions involving Nance. Recognizing the sensitive nature of these talks, the front office worked to send Nance to a contending team, even though he loves Cleveland and would welcome staying. Sources close to Nance say he is happy about his potential role with the Blazers and a chance to play with Damian Lillard and buddy C.J. McCollum. Nance, a versatile defender and improving outside shooter, drew plenty of interest on the trade market. The Cavs had talks with a handful of teams. Some of the conversations centered on two-way wings of one team's weak points. But many of the available players were on expiring contracts, and the Cavs preferred the team control that comes with Markkanen and a player that they have liked for quite some time and believe he will be better with a true point guard. Nance joined the Cavs midway through the 2017-2018 season, arriving in a deal with the Lakers to play for his beloved hometown. He is expected to help boost a Portland squad that ranked 29th in defensive rating last season. Markkanen averaged 13.6 points and 5.3 rebounds for the Bulls last season. His fourth in Chicago. He was the number 7 pick by Minnesota in 2017. Given Cleveland's current roster composition, sources say the organization is not done looking to make moves. Larry Nance Jr. says Cleveland will always be his home, and I know fans will miss him, but I think they will be glad to have Lauri Markkanen. Some say they don't think it was a good trade, but I mean, I'll tell you this. It wasn't a blockbuster trade, but it was a major trade, though. So, I think either way, I think it was a good trade. So, but I know fans will miss Larry Nance Jr. Turning over to the Browns, after a 19-10 win over the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday, the Browns have now put the preseason behind them, and now they have to cut their roster down to 53 players, I think, which they've done. They've also signed 11 players to their practice squad, including quarterback Nick Mullins. The Browns also have re-signed defensive end Joe Jackson, who brings a well-needed edge to the Browns team. Joe Jackson had a very impressive preseason, but he will still be on waivers when they trim down the 53-man roster, and he ended up going unclaimed, and now the Browns decided to bring him back. And in order to make room, they sent Jacob Phillips to the injured reserve, a move that was expected. Defensive tackle Malik McDowell is grateful to be given a second chance with the Browns, and I'm giving McDowell a second chance. The Browns have in giving McDowell a second chance. The Browns have little to lose. I know fans agree with that for sure. McDowell said during his podium interview Tuesday, they were pursuing giving me the motivational words to get out there and do what's right. What's right? Inspiration can be found where we at least expect it. And Malik McDowell talked about how he found some while in jail. Some of the team he was with were telling him that he could do better in life, and that's helped him find his second chance. One that could be huge for the Browns, who could have found themselves a diamond in the rough. Porter Sutton, Sheldon Day, and John Kelly were just 3 of 11 players signed on Wednesday. The Browns, as they filled out the majority of their 16-man practice squad. Garrett Gilbert revived his NFL career, with the Cleveland Browns, but he was unable to win the number 2 quarterback job in Dallas. Now back on the open market, Elliott Kennel thinks the Browns should be interested in bringing him back. Now, as week 1 of the NFL approaches, of the regular season approaches, 1 week from today, just in about 4 or 5 days from today, the Browns are getting ready to make their return to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. And they've kept their main players healthy and even during the 3rd preseason game, didn't have all their key players playing, and those that played didn't play much, all to keep their players available and healthy for Week 1, with that game being, it was 7 days away, now it's about 6 days away. And comes a report that those tactics may have worked for the former LSU Tigers, who have struggled with injuries, according to Mary Kay Cabot. Odell Beckham Jr., Grant Dilpin, and Greedy Williams, all former LSU Tigers, are expected to be active against the Chiefs and play after missing all of last season with injuries. All in all, I feel the Browns are ready for this, for the Week 1 game against the Chiefs, and I feel this is going to be the Browns' year to shine this season. And this is not going to be an easy game for the Browns, but I think they will get the win and end our skid of opening day losses. And I just want to point out that they were off today, but they will be back on the practice field tomorrow to get ready for Game 1. And they will practice for the remainder of this week to get ready for it. And so we will see what happens in KC on Sunday. Kickoff is Sunday at 4:25 p.m. on CBS 19, and you can hear the game on the radio home of the Browns, 92.3 The Fan, WKRK. And don't forget, and I want to mention that this Sunday, September 12th, Week 1 of the NFL, will be the season premiere of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. And I will have the early and late game, pregame, postgame shows, and season premiere of Sunday Night Football, pregame, postgame, and to wrap up Monday Night Football, pregame, postgame. And to kick it off Thursday will be the season premiere of Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football, pregame, and the postgame as well. Well, we'll get to the Tribe in just a moment, but right now it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. The Browns had a well-documented tumultuous history with head coaches. However, this man, a rookie in the craft, seemed to cement himself as a potential long-term answer for the job. Who was the Browns head coach in 2020 who went on to win Coach of the Year honors? And if you said Kevin Stefanski, you are correct. Kevin Stefanski's first year with the Browns was absolutely massive. The team made the playoffs for the first time in 18 years and improved by 5 overall games from the season prior, from the 6-10 season to 11-5 last year, in a year mirrored by COVID-19. The Browns were hit particularly hard by it, and it lost key players at the worst possible time. The last few weeks of the season and the first round of the playoffs, in spite of that, Stefanski helped the team weather the storm and maintain and hold on a playoff spot and in a measly competitive conference. So I will have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Well, the Tribe is playing right now. I think the game's concluded with the Tribe against the Twins tonight. I don't know if they won or lost. Hopefully they did win. I will let you know, and hopefully on one of my regular podcasts. But last night, the Tribe lost Game 1 of the 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins, 5-2 at Progressive Field yesterday. Logan Allen was on the hill for the Tribe yesterday. Allen went 5.1 innings and gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 being at bat, and struck out 4 batters. Then the bullpen came in and took over and did very well, but after the damage done by Allen, but the Tribe wasn't able to rally and come from behind to win. Nonetheless, the Twins get the win by the final score of 5-2. But the Tribe's only 2 runs came on the bottom of the 4th when Franmil Reyes hit a 2-run homer to left center field. Jose Ramirez scores, but the Twins had a 3-2 lead. Pineda got the win with the 5-8. Allen falls to 1-6, and Colomb got his 12th save of the season. 3-2-1. I'm done. See you next time.